Welcome to the Midnight Story Club. I wasn't planning to stay there. It was supposed to be a straight drive through the night. 8 hours. Maybe 9 if I stopped for gas. But somewhere around midnight, the rain started coming down so hard I could barely see the road. Then my GPS cut out. No signal. No map. Just a dark highway and headlights reflecting back at me through sheets of rain. That's when I saw the sign. A flickering neon arrow on the side of the road. Vacancy. I almost missed it. The motel sat back from the highway, half hidden behind a row of trees. One long single-story building, maybe 10 rooms. The kind of place you don't notice during the day and regret finding at night. But I was exhausted, so I pulled in. The parking lot was empty. No other cars. No lights in the windows except one dim glow coming from the office. The rain sounded louder when I stepped out of the car, like it was hitting everything at once, roof, pavement, trees, echoing in a way that made the whole place feel hollow. I grabbed my bag and ran to the office. The door creaked when I pushed it open. Inside, the air smelled old, like dust and something faintly metallic. There was a man behind the counter. He didn't greet me right away. Just looked up slowly, like he already knew I was coming. Late 50s, maybe. Thin, pale. His eyes looked tired, but not in a normal way. More like he hadn't slept in a long time. "Room?" I asked. He nodded once. "Just for the night." He slid a key across the counter. Not a key card. An actual key. Room 6. Then he said something I didn't expect. "There are a few rules." I gave a small laugh. "Like, check out at 11? He didn't smile. "No." He reached under the counter and pulled out a small folded piece of paper. "Read them when you get inside." I hesitated. "Is this a joke or something?" He looked at me for a long second. Then he said, "Most people don't think it is." That should have been enough for me. It wasn't. I took the key. Room 6 was near the end of the building. The door stuck a little when I unlocked it, like it hadn't been opened in a while. Inside, the room was normal. Too normal. A bed, a TV, a small table, bathroom door slightly ajar. But something felt off, like the air was heavier inside than it should be. I locked the door behind me and set my bag down. Then I remembered the paper. I unfolded it. There were 5 rules. Rule number 1. Do not open the door for anyone after 1 a.m. 2. If you hear knocking, ignore it, even if it sounds urgent. 3. Do not look out the window between 1 and 3 a.m. 4. If the bathroom light turns on by itself, keep the door closed. 5. If you hear someone inside the room with you, do not respond. I stared at the list for a long time. Then I laughed. Not because it was funny, because it felt staged. Like one of those internet horror things. Someone trying to mess with guests. I set the paper down on the table and turned on the TV. Static. No signal. Figures. I checked my phone. Still no service. I figured I'd get a few hours of sleep and leave at sunrise. Simple. I don't know what time I fell asleep, but I know exactly what woke me up. Knocking. Soft at first, then louder. 3 slow knocks. I opened my eyes. The room was dark except for the faint glow of the digital clock on the nightstand. 1:12 a.m. I froze. Another knock. This time sharper. More urgent. Hello? A woman's voice, right outside the door. Please. I need help. I sat up. Every instinct told me to answer, to open the door, to help her. But then I remembered the list. Do not open the door after 1 a.m. The knocking came again. Faster now. Please. I know you're in there. My chest tightened. How would she know that? I didn't make a sound. I didn't turn on the light. I just sat there, listening. The knocking stopped. The silence that followed was worse. Then, a slow drag across the door. Like fingernails, moving from top to bottom. I covered my mouth without realizing it, trying not to breathe too loud. The sound stopped. And then, nothing. I must have fallen asleep again, because the next thing I remember, the bathroom light flicked on. I didn't move, didn't breathe. Just stared at the faint glow coming from under the bathroom door. If the bathroom light turns on by itself, keep the door closed. That was what the rule said. But I hadn't gone in there. I hadn't touched the switch. The light stayed on for minutes, maybe longer. Then, a sound inside the bathroom. Something moving, slow, like weight being moved across the tile. I squeezed my eyes shut, tried to pretend I was asleep. The sound stopped. The light turned off. Just like that. I checked the clock again. 2:36 a.m. Still in that window. 1 to 3. Just like the rules said. 2:36 a.m. Still in that window. 1 to 3. I turned slightly on my side, and that's when I noticed something. The curtain. It was open, just a few inches. Enough to see outside if I wanted to. I hadn't opened it. I was sure of that. The list came back to me again. Do not look out the window between 1 and 3 a.m. I felt this overwhelming urge to check, just to see if someone was out there. But something stopped me. A feeling. Like if I looked, I wouldn't be able to unsee it. So I turned away, faced the wall, and waited. I don't know how much time passed after that, but at some point, I heard breathing. Inside the room. Not mine. Slow. Uneven. Behind me. I didn't move. Didn't turn around. Didn't have to. I knew exactly what rule I'd reached. If you hear someone inside the room with you, do not respond. The breathing got closer. I could feel it now. Cold air against the back of my neck. I shut my eyes tighter, trying to disappear into the bed. Then, a whisper, right next to my ear. You should have looked. I almost turned. I almost reacted. But I didn't. I just stayed still. And eventually, The breathing stopped. When I opened my eyes again, it was morning. Sunlight through the window. The room looked normal. Too normal. Like nothing had happened. I got up slowly, checked the bathroom. Empty. No sign of anything. I grabbed my bag, didn't even pack properly, and left. The office door was open. The same man was behind the counter. He looked up as I walked in. He didn't ask how my stay was. He just watched me. I put my key on the counter. "What is this place?" I asked. He didn't answer right away. Then he said, "Did you follow the rules?" I nodded. He studied my face. Then he said something I'll never forget. "Good." I waited, but he didn't say anything else. So I turned and left. A few miles down the road, my phone got service again. The first thing I did was look up the motel. It didn't exist. No listing. No address. Nothing. Like it wasn't there. I drove back later that week, during the day. Clear weather, same highway, same stretch of road. But there was no motel. No sign. Nothing. Just trees. But here's the part I can't explain. That night, when I unpacked my bag, the folded paper was still inside. The list of rules. Only now, there was a sixth one, at the bottom, written in the same handwriting. Rule number 6. If you leave, do not come back looking for it. Good night, and thank you for listening to the Midnight Story Club. Please subscribe. The stories told on the Midnight Story Club are works of fiction, folklore, or personal accounts submitted by listeners. While some stories may reference real places or events, they are told for entertainment purposes.